Hello and welcome to this week's video. Color expression here with Mixing the Rainbow Part 2, the Pastel edition. I'm not going to talk too much in this intro just because this project was so fun and I am so happy with the results. Like, I thought I was happy last time, but these ones turned out so great and I am just obsessed with this Franken shade. So let's just get right into this one. I'm so excited. But first, I did want to just give a quick overview on how to clean out an old nail polish bottle so you can use it to mix something of your own in. And the first thing I do is I put a little bit of acetone in it, I shake it around and make sure I really get that onto the bristles as well. Then I'll take a Q-tip, just make sure everything got cleaned out. And then I'll grab a lint-free cotton pad and just kind of dry off the bristles of the brush. And you want to dry them really well to make sure that they kind of fluff up like this, just to make sure there's no top coat or polish left. Then I'll dump that acetone back out and dry the inside of a bottle with a Q-tip, and a little tip is to bend it like that, and then you can kind of reach every corner and all the different angles in there, so you can really make sure there's no acetone left. And I know this next thing is going to make some of you cringe, but I didn't like this shade, so I decided to use the stainless steel balls from in there. I just dumped some out. I did put it back in after, so if I ever want to, I can use it again. But then I just cleaned those off with a brush dipped in acetone and put them in the empty bottle. And now it's time to put on our science pants and get to weighing these bottles. So I did weigh these to try to be a little bit precise with like just this whole process. But I started doing it and I realized that eyeing it was pretty much just as good, so I did weigh them all, and surprisingly, you'll see in a second, they were all the exact same weight. The first time I did this, there was like some variation between the bottles, but this time they were all 65 grams, so I thought that was super interesting.
Wow.
And then again, just to make sure I did everything in the right order, I drew out a little diagram for each bottle and labeled them, and then what I was pouring in and out, just so I could keep it straight, because, you know, we don't want to mix the wrong two colors together. And flashback to high school, this was so satisfying to rip off. I could never do that. And here we go. So this first bottle doesn't have stainless steel mixing balls in it, as you might have noticed, because we're going to pour half of the purple into that bottle at the end, and I'm just going to dump the balls from that bottle into this one. So it will have balls in the end, don't worry. And so essentially what we're doing is we're dumping out half of a bottle and then pouring in half of the next bottle of the color order into that last one. So I did go a little bit more in depth of the process in part 1 of this series, so definitely feel free to check that one out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, we're just mixing some nail polish. It was really satisfying to do this. Like, it feels like such a dirty thing to be doing, just like pouring bottles of nail polish into each other, but like, it's a lot of fun, you know? And I would keep setting down that color I was pouring just to make sure I was doing half, but then for this last one, I was doing the whole bottle, so I made sure those 2 balls fell into the new color, and then I set it just to let everything drip out that possibly could. And then simultaneously, while I was doing all those mixes, I was putting 2 grams of each color into another empty bottle that I had, and that is how we made our Franken shade. So we're gonna take a little bit better of a look once we mix that one up, but here you can see I'm just slowly spinning these, and someone in the comments of the last video suggested using a magnetic wand to use the balls to mix up the polish. And I was like, that is the smartest thing in the entire world. So I spun them around for like less than a minute each, and then did this with the ball on the side, and it totally mixed that new color up against the edge. So less red hands this time around, definitely happy about that. And before we mix this one up, you can just see how beautiful all the colors against the side look. And then you can start to get a preview of what that shade's gonna look like, but I'll tell you now, it's totally different on the nail, and it's like absolutely amazing. I'm so thrilled. So let's get into these swatches. And I'm starting out with my peely base for swatching, but all of these removed easily with nail polish remover or acetone, so that should be the same for these mixed colors as well. And then you can see the new shade between the 2 that created it and a close-up bottle shot. But let's get right into this first one, which is the Pink Fizz and Coral Chaser combo. So the thing I really like about how this shade turned out is I feel like Pink Fizz runs very like purple leaning, And adding the coral chaser to that shade really takes like the purple punch out of it and makes this really, really just beautiful, I'd say like a true pink shade. Like it doesn't lean too far either way. So I'm really happy that I was able to create this color, and I think it's a perfect addition to have to this formula. And by popular demand, we're keeping in these beautiful top coat shots, which you can see just take that holographic pigment and they just like light it up and make those rainbows activate. And here you can see once that has set, and it's absolutely stunning. I love how this shade turned out. So now we'll look at the Coral Chaser and Peach Tea combo, which became this really, really pretty shade. It's very similar to Coral Chaser, but it just has a little more of a kind of like burnt or a little bit darker feel. I'm not sure how exactly that orange like mixed in to make the color that it did. Like in person, this one's a little bit darker than it can show on video. And it's just like really nice, like looking at this color between the original two shades. You can see its uniqueness, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. And the cool thing about doing this, if you guys do end up trying any of these shades out for yourself, is we know that this formula is like amazing for gradients, and to make these colors that are a step in between the two shades that we already have, it's just going to allow you to make an even cleaner and blended gradient. Like having that middle color that you can actually put on the sponge with your brush is just going to really, really blend those two on either side together. So yeah, if you try it out, definitely tag me on whatever social media you put it on, because I would love to see your guys' creations. But moving on to the Peach Tea Lemon Spritzer combo, which you can see here as I'm applying it, it's just this really beautiful like goldenrod shade, which I think I might have used the same word in the last video. If I didn't, I definitely thought it. But like this one's just the perfect sister shade to the one from the OG mixing video. It's just a beautiful, beautiful shade. I think that some people are almost gonna find this as like almost like a linear hollow nude. I kind of felt that about Peach Tea already in some of the photos I was seeing. Like it looked like the perfect linear nude on some people, but I feel like this one could just add that touch that someone might want to make it look nude on them. So definitely consider doing this one if you're looking for that. And again, as we put the top coat on, you can just see that beautiful, like almost metallic shine from this one. It's just like super stunning. And I think that this formula already was great, but when mixing them, it became even better. These were all two coaters on me. Like what you see me apply on camera is all that is in any of the photos, the videos, like anything. It's just those two coats. So yeah, very impressed, but we are going to move on to the Mint Mojito and Lemon Spritzer combo, which you can see it became a really, really beautiful like lime green shade, which again, it's like the perfect sister shade to the original mixing video, the shade from that yellow and green. It's like, this is perfectly the pastel version, so I'm really excited to try out like nail art and stuff with these two mixed different versions of the same colors. So I'm definitely planning on posting a video on the channel of that, so if you guys did do any of these, you can get some inspiration on what to do with those. And I didn't mention it before, but the top coat we're using for this video is the super glossy taco from Holo Taco, which I do prefer. I feel like it gets a little bit less stringy. I feel like the regular glossy taco gets pretty stringy for me, so I definitely am a fan of that super glossy. Moving on though, we're looking at the Mint Mojito Sparkling Water combo, which this combo from the first one was like 100% a fan favorite. Like everyone in the comments was like, that blue and green though, I'm obsessed. And I totally agree, and I am just as happy with how this one turned out. I am not going to repeat what I said in the last one, but definitely excited to do like nail arts with the two shades. I just think that these made like such a beautiful shade of teal. I don't know what it is, like just something about Holo Taco and everything they make is so high quality that it only makes sense that mixing two things from them together is going to turn out even better, right? Oh, and look, as you put that top coat on, that rainbow near the tip, it just totally lights up. And definitely love the holo in this one, and the base in this one is just stunning. So I am very happy that I get to have this nail polish on my nail shelf. Next up, we have the Sparkling Water Lavender Syrup combo, which became a beautiful kind of deep blue shade. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of like hint of purple in it, but on the swatch stick that I'm looking at, it's like a deep blue that just has this undertone of purple, and it's really stunning. I said in the last one that this combo reminded me of like a galaxy nail art or something, and I definitely feel the same way with this shade. I'm blown away at how cool this whole thing turned out, and like, oh, what a good use of my money, right? That's what I think. But also, a quick side note, I ordered this second set the Thursday after the collection launched. I just wanted all like the launch orders to go out before I ordered a second one. And I ordered each shade individually, but I ordered it at 9:30 p.m. on a Thursday. I got the notification that it shipped at 9:30 on Friday. And then Saturday morning it delivered to my house. So I don't know what magic happened, but I was like insanely impressed with the shipping on this. And now the last two color combo before we look at our Franken shade. This one is Lavender Syrup and Pink Fizz. And I really like how this shade turned out. Like, I think it became this really, really beautiful kind of like berry purple. It's like, it has those hints of pink in it, but it has that beautiful purple base at the same time. So like seeing it between the two original colors, the lavender syrup is definitely way more blue looking. So I think that adding the pink to it just gives it this really like, I don't want to say like a feminine touch, but it just like, it purples up the purple, if that makes any sense. And I've definitely said before that I love purple, so having another Holo Taco purple, definitely happy about that. I'm never going to complain about another Holo Taco purple or blue, because we all know that is what they do best. And with our final look at this one, we're going to finally move on to the Franken shade, which in the bottle definitely looks a lot more like pink almost, I would say. But then you can see once we start applying it on the nail, it's almost this like bronze, gray, golden color. Like as we layer it up, if you look like right in the center, you can see like no holo and just like what that base shade is. And it really is just like this stunning like gunmetal silver. Oh, and in the sun in a moment, we'll look at it in the sun, and you can really see it becomes this bright, like practically silver, which I don't know how many times I'm going to say it on the channel. Should we start a tally? Because I think this is 3 or 4. I am so excited for a Holo Taco silver linear polish and a gosh darn black one. Like, I am just so ready for those. And if this is what I need to do in the meantime of getting that, I'm definitely going to do it, because this shade was just stunning. I think if you're ever going to make a Holo Taco color, like a mixed color, it needs to be this one. Like, look at it on my thumb right there. You can see the first 4 shades, and then we'll look at the last 4 shades in the next shot. But my gosh, these are just so beautiful. The holo in the sun is just absolutely stunning, and you truly like can't beat this quality. I've never seen something so holographic in my entire life. So everyone out there, definitely support Holo Taco, because Christine makes amazing products and she deserves all the love that we can give her. And as always, time to say thank you so much for watching this video. I absolutely love making this content and interacting with you guys, and there is quite a few new subscribers, so I just want to say thank you so much. It's unbelievable the support the channel's getting, so thank you to every single person out there. Anyone who's not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Drop a like on this video, drop a comment, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye!